Hey, welcome to our latest update. I'm not even sure what the date is. I think it's May 28th, I think. I don't know. My brain is, it's going nuts of late. But anyway, hey, I was just in Fontana, as in Sunday. We had a wonderful time with the Hollies. Just love going to that church, and they're such a blessing. They've been partners for ours forever. And I get the privilege of being up there 4 times a year. I'm working on another book based upon this year's series, so you'll hear more about that. Hey, I just wanted to update you on a couple things. Memorial Day, of course, was just yesterday. And that doesn't mean a lot to our partners around the world, but it certainly does mean a lot here in the United States. It's a remembrance. Even though the Bible doesn't say, I am the Lord your God, I'm doing an old thing. He doesn't do old things. But he does want us to remember former things that are significant. And someone willing to give their life for their country or for any other higher cause is worth remembering. I mean, ultimately for us, it's remembering all that Christ has done. I mean, we, although it is interesting, if you go to Israel today, you'll find there's a number of places where they think Jesus walked, a number of places where they think he was crucified, a number of places where they think his resurrection tomb was. Well, they're not fully sure because there's not a whole lot that the scriptures indicate or history indicates where these events ultimately occurred. I can only assume that it's because it's really not where things happened that matter. It's that they happened. And that we remember the significance of what has happened. And certainly we need to, on a regular basis, remember all that God has done. Recently, I've been reading Dr. Chant's memoirs. It's really quite fun. One of the sections I just read was regarding his military service. And I had forgotten that Ken had actually done some very reluctant military service in the Australian military. He hated the military. I, on the other hand, kind of enjoyed aspects of it, learned a whole lot. Anyway, I'll share a little bit of that in the email that goes along with this video. So, hey, look, as we get through Memorial Day, we're heading towards summer. Got a busy time coming up. We've got, a trip to the Dallas-Fort Worth area to speak for John Delgado and Texas University of Theology, a partner school with Vision International for years and years and years. I'll be going to Aiken Bancoli, Dr. Bancoli in Trenton, New Jersey to do a seminar and to do a graduation there. And in between time, of course, Joan and I are heading to Armenia. And if you've seen lately, there's some troubles going on there. So Joan's not sure. She might back out on me. Please pray for her that she'll have courage because I'd like to take her as a companion. There's a few other folks that did some military time. My own Pastor Mark was in the Navy. I forgive him for that because we all know that the Army is the only real man's service. And Andy Kamari, he was in the Air Force. That hardly counts for anything. But anyway, wherever you served, however you served, thank God that you were willing to give sacrifice for the sake of something greater. And for all of us as a part of Vision, let's remember the continuous sacrifice our partners make around the world to provide quality education, accredited education to servants of God who are really called to fulfill kingdom destiny. And also keep Pastor Kyle Johnson, Dr. Ken Chant, Dr. Jerry Hom in prayer for healing, restoration by God's grace. We'll talk more next week.